We have some fresh mint. And there's our mint. This is the yellow chili peppers. We have some squash. Or is it heirloom squash? That's what that is. And then we have some basil right here. Sage. And then over here we have right here some Italian oregano. We have some serrano chiles right there. And it looks like habaneros as well. Ah, I just broke that sign. Yep, habaneros. Our rosemary. This right here is jalapenos. These are just my flowers. Aw, look. They're dying. I need to cut those. And then our cilantro, which it wasn't doing so good, but it started to come back, so hopefully we'll have some cilantro soon. So that's our little garden. And it's raining today. So I just came out real quick, and I'm going to be making some chicken tortilla soup. Wait, I hear Dodger. Dodger! There's Dodger! So it's raining today, so I decided that I wanted to make some chicken tortilla soup, and I'll show you how to make it. I'm gonna improvise a lot. I'm gonna use a couple of things from the Dollar Tree. Hi, Dodger. Hey guys, okay, so I'm gonna be making some chicken tortilla soup today, and I'm gonna be using these items that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I picked up these tri-color tortilla strips. I'm gonna use this just as garnish, pretty much, because I'm gonna fry up my own tortillas. And then I picked up these Mexican tortilla broth. I'm gonna use that. If you don't have this, that's okay. You can use regular broth or water. And then we're also gonna use some tortillas, some corn tortillas, and then some chicken bouillon, any brand that you want, some salt, a little bit of cumino, and then you're gonna use 2 garlic cloves, and I don't have garlic cloves, I have this thing here, so I'm gonna add my garlic, but normally it's 2 garlic cloves, and we're gonna use 5 to 6 Roma tomatoes. That's what I have at hand. We're gonna use we're gonna use 1/4 of an onion, and we're gonna use some chipotle, and we're gonna use some chile guajillo. I don't have ancho. I also like to use chile ancho, but I'm gonna be using just the guajillo, and you could find this in the Mexican aisle in any supermarket. And then I'm gonna also add some chicken to it, so I'm making my life a little easy. So I just bought a chicken that was already cooked at the supermarket, and then I may add some corn and some black beans. I normally don't add this, but I want to try something different. To garnish or to put on top once it's done, once your soup is done, then you're gonna go ahead and add some avocado, some queso fresco, and some crema mexicana, which is pretty much sour cream, and lime. And I don't have lime, I have a lemon, but I may just send my husband to go and buy me a lime. But yeah, that's all the ingredients you're gonna need. Okay, so just keep watching. I'm gonna show you how to make this. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is I have 5 tortillas here, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it in half. So you're just cutting them in half, just like this, and then you're gonna start to cut them in little strips. Okay, just like that. Then you're gonna set them to the side. Normally I like to leave my tortillas out for a day. That way they get a little hard. You know, they're not as soft and it's easier to fry them up. But I'm doing everything at the last minute because it started raining here and in May, and it's cold outside, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some chicken tortilla soup. Perfect weather for it today. Now you can make as much as you want for your soup, and I used 5 tortillas. I may use some more. I may do some more of these, but you can use as much as you want. And again, I'm going to be using this stuff in the pack too. So yeah, this is what it should look like. I have a pot here with hot oil, and then I'm just going to go ahead and drop my tortilla strips in there, and I'm just going to fry them up. I'm just going to fry these up, and then I'm going to set them to the side, and then let's work on our sauce. Okay, so for our chilies, we're going to go ahead and just cut off the top of the stem, and then we're just going to cut them open just so we can de-seed them. See all that seeds? Take out all the seeds and these little veins and stuff that it has there. We're going to do this to only 2 chiles guajillos, okay? So see, nice and clean. Okay, so for our third one, this one we're just going to cut it in little strips like this. Just like that, because we're going to toast these up. We're going to fry these up. So you're just going to continue to cut the one up, okay? And then these 2, we're going to go ahead and stick them in some hot water, which I'm already boiling, and I'm just going to stick them in there just to rehydrate them. Water's boiling. We're going to go ahead and stick our 2 chiles in there, and then just cover that up, and then let that sit there. Okay, so now what you're going to do next is you're going to go ahead and throw in that chile in there that we cut up. Make this really quick so it doesn't burn. Okay, we're just going to saute this just a little bit. But if you do it too long, it'll burn. And then we're going to take this out and then set it to the side. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to cut your tomatoes. I cut them in half. And then I take off that little, I don't know what you call that. I take that off, and then I cut that in half, and I throw it in my blender. So I put all 5 tomatoes in my blender cut up. I'm also going to stick my 1/4 of an onion into the blender. All right, guys, so I have my tomato and my onion. I'm going to stick my chipotles in there. I have 2 chipotles. Depends on how spicy you want it. And then I'm also going to put in my garlic. Remember, it was 2 cloves of garlic, but I'm going to go ahead and put some of this type of garlic in there. And then I also rehydrated these chile guajillos. I put the 2 in there. And I'm going to put 1/4 of a tablespoon of cumino. And I'm going to put about a teaspoon of that chicken bouillon. And then the salt, I'll add that later. I'm adding about a cup of water. And I'm using the water that I used to rehydrate the chiles. And then we're just going to cover that. And then we're just going to blend it. There it is, all blended. I'm going to go ahead and strain it. I'm going to strain it into my pot, and this is already have a little bit of oil. This is where I actually fried my tortillas and my chile. And I'm just going to go ahead and strain it and put it in here, okay? Sorry guys, it's a little hard for me to record today because my stand is kind of, I broke my stand where I usually put my phone on to record. So I do apologize. Let me try to see if I can do this one-handed here. Alright guys, I'm trying to do this here with, and it's a little difficult. I burn myself with the steam. So, but let me do this and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so it has been about 10 minutes and I've let this kind of cook. So now I'm going to go ahead and add my broth to it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and let that cook down for maybe 15 minutes. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my corn and my beans and my chicken. And alright guys, this has been cooking for about 20 minutes now. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add my black beans to it. I'm also gonna add my corn and my chicken. And I already shredded my chicken, and I'm just adding my chicken in there. All right guys, so now I let it cook for another 10 minutes. I checked for the seasoning. I needed to add some salt, so I added some salt. Now that is up to you how much salt you want to add. And now it's ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and plate it. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna add your tortilla chips on the bottom. You're gonna go ahead and spoon in your soup. And then you can add some more if you want, but we're gonna add, actually we're gonna add some cheese on there. And then some crema. I'll add some more of these actually. And then we're gonna add some avocado. That chile that we fried up, we're gonna go ahead and just add it right in there. Just like that. And that's it. All right, so the hubby's gonna taste it.
My mouth is watering.
I have my taste tester.
That's good.
All right, there you have it.
Really good.
My food critic said it's absolutely good.
Yep.
So I hope you guys give this a try and enjoy.